Hi, I'm Luan Akin with Tagawa Gardens here in Centennial, Colorado, and we are here today to talk about what for me is one of the basic food groups, which is garlic. Can't grow dark chocolate, but that would be perfect. Kris is here to tell us all about planting garlic, and a lot of people don't understand how friendly Colorado is. So garlic friendly. It should be grown in every garden.
It is amazing. It's so easy to grow here, Luan, and I like it as a repellent for rabbits and deer. So it's a good thing to plant even in your flower gardens here and there and around, but it's easy, very easy. It's one of the simplest things you can grow in your garden.
And you can impress your friends and relatives because you too grew garlic, and it's like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Couple of different distinctions that people should know about between the two kinds of garlic.
There's hard necks and soft necks. Basically, the two differences are this has a very hard neck in the middle, and you'll see that. This is a artichoke type. This is California early, and this one is typically what you buy at the grocery store. And the soft neck garlic store longer, so that's why you see them at that kind of garlic at a grocery store. The hard necks don't store as long, but the flavor, Luan, on a hard neck is far superior to the soft neck.
Look at this. I'm going to have to turn around and show off the purple.
Isn't it pretty?
That is not something you would buy in a grocery store. That is so beautiful. It's ornamental almost.
It is.
But
it's beautiful.
This is more exotic flavor than most of your soft necks.
That's right. And the hard necks produce a scape, which looks like a question mark coming up, an onion-shaped question mark coming up out of the ground. And that will come up between the beginning of June and the middle of June, and you cut those off. And those are edible and very expensive if you go to buy them in a grocery store. Wonderful flavor on those. But you need to cut those off so that the energy goes back into bulb clove production.
All right, so we are going to not plant this whole thing.
No.
We're going to break it apart. Show me what you mean.
So you take the whole thing like you were going to cook this whole bulb, and you find as you break it apart, there are larger cloves and smaller cloves. So, looking at this, here is a larger clove, and then inside the bulb, closer to the neck, would be your smaller cloves. And so when you're planting the garlic, what you're going to want to do is choose the largest cloves of all of the garlic.
There is pretty good difference in some of these.
Some of this, see how little that one is and how big that one is?
Right.
So when you're looking at the garlic, you'll only plant the large ones, then you'll eat the smaller ones.
Sounds good to me.
Doesn't that sound good?
Best of both worlds.
Yes.
Best of both worlds. All right, we're going to bend down here and see what this is like. Talk to me about depth and soil amendments.
So the tip is the top on a garlic, and you're going to go 3 inches deep. And so you'll go 3 inches deep, and you'll go 4 inches apart. So here's another one we're going to eat because he's little. And you'll plant each individual one 3 inches deep, 4 inches apart. I've amended this soil with some compost because we have heavy clay soil here. Even if you have sandy soil, Luan, you'll want to amend for nutrition. Okay? Then I've got them down there 3 inches deep. I'm going to cover them with the soil and water it. Now, you will have a problem growing garlic if you don't winter water. It's imperative that you come out about once every 3 weeks and give them a good drink.
Down to where you know that garlic clove is.
And then you'll see them coming up in the spring, and they're going to look like chives or green onions when
they can take that hard cold.
They can take the cold. A lot of these varieties are native to Siberia and Russia, and so they can handle our cold.
That's encouraging. What about fertilizer?
You know, you can fertilize with bulb fertilizer when you plant them, and when they're coming up from the ground, you can give them another top dressing of bulb fertilizer.
And I know they don't like competition from weeds.
That's right. So you need to keep the weeds away from them. You can also mulch your bulbs. Garlic bulbs can be mulched with a shredded cedar or straw.
Okay. And then when it comes time to harvest,
yes,
and all of your friends want to come over for dinner,
yes,
what's the cue? When do you know the time is right?
The foliage will start dying back from the top down. So late July, you'll see the foliage turning yellow from the top and working down. When it's about 3/4 of the way down, I take a pitchfork and go down and check on them. Be very careful because you don't want to puncture your bulb. And so it's smart to mark them so you know where they are. So I always mark them and put that where my bulb is at the one end. So I make sure that I'm not digging up my whole bulb.
Where they are and what strain they are.
That's right, because I want to know which ones I've planted. Especially, we carry 16 different varieties, And you'll want to know which ones you liked and which ones you didn't like and which ones were the most successful for you. So always mark which ones you've planted. So it's a good idea to mark them.
I have a confession to make. One year I planted all of my garlic upside down. I have no idea where my brain was that day. They so figured it out. Up
Yep,
they came.
That's
Yeah.
right. They will figure it out. So when I go down and check them after the foliage is dying back, I see how big my bulb is. If I've got good bulb development, I'll go ahead and dig them all up. Then you need to let them dry out. Don't dry them out in the sun. I always save those net bags that produce comes in, and I store them, I hang them in the garage out of the sunlight for about 10 days, 2 weeks to dry out to season. Then I clean them off, clean all the soil off, cut the foliage back, and voila.
And salivate the whole time because you
That's
can
right.
just know that
Yeah.
this garlic is going to be so great. Kris is the brains behind our garlic operation here at Tagawa Gardens. She gives classes in the late fall, and you need to take advantage of what she has up here. Do come see us at Tagawa's. We would be so happy to help you be green and grow.